I would like to thank Dr. Anita for this kind invitation. We just recently met in Dubai and she extended this invitation. I'm really privileged to address here in my home state because I was born and brought up in Tamil Nadu, but I live in Russia, Ukraine and Russia, I would say, for the past 25 years. So I'm very familiar with the truth, what is going on, what you guys don't know at all. And so I'll talk about that. That will be my last sentence. So really, I'm a surgical oncologist with 5 board certifications: surgery, oncology, maxillofacial surgery, otorhinolaryngology, and healthcare administration. But the most important thing is that I am gifted with cancer. I am a cancer survivor myself, and that moves me. I became a Chernobyl victim, and I became a cancer patient at the age of 21. After that, I was treated for cancer 5 times totally, and I'm fine. And cancer is curable, and that really drives me. And I really admire a few great Indians. One of them is here, that is my great friend Purvish Parekh. He had been, in my understanding, among one of the few people who took the first initiatives to bring together leaders in cancer control and oncology with this Indian Cooperative Oncology Network. And this initiative of Dr. Anita, whom I had known for some time, I didn't know her personally, and I knew that there is Dr. Anita Ramesh. I wanted to get introduced to her. I never had a chance doing this treatment guidelines, which is really very important because there are nations like India which are having the challenge of access to good quality care, in spite of the fact that on one hand, India is a pharmaceutical superpower. On the other hand, we have an absolute majority of more than 80% of the cancer patients not being even diagnosed in time. So these things, these paradoxical things have to be addressed, first of all, by streamlining what we are doing. That is very, very important. And really, it's like, everyone sitting here is much senior to me. I'm a small boy in front of them. And, but still, I luckily have world experience. I've traveled to almost 50 countries in the world, interacting with people in more than 100 nations of the world directly. And I really follow statistics. Dr. Anita told about statistics, which is really very, very important. I'll give you just a few important figures, which will really, if we think about them, they'll really shock us. Because if India improves the quality and accessibility to cancer diagnostics to the level of Russia, India will not be having 1 million cancer patients a year, newly diagnosed in a year. India will be having 4.5 million patients. If we consider that India has the same pattern of diseases, cancer, oncologic diseases like in Russia, then it will be 4.5 million. If we'll improve to the level of United States, India will be having 6.5 million new cancer patients a year. That means that probably if our pattern of disease is the same, incidence is the same like in the United States, let us assume that way, that means that theoretically there are some 30 million Indians today living with cancer in this country. It is much higher than the overall world figures. That is the reality. When some leaders in oncology tell me that, Soma, you see, most Indians are vegetarians, so we don't get cancer so much as you Russians or Americans get. I don't just believe in that. And it's we have to prove that, if at all, if it is like that. I would be glad to accept that if it is scientifically proven. Because we are today living in an era of evidence-based medicine. We are not living in an era of evidence-based journalism and evidence-based politics. That's a different thing. But that also has something to do with oncology today, I would say. So it's we really have to do something. We are doing something wrong because we are not really addressing the masses. India, being a pharmaceutical superpower, is unable to provide to its citizens the basic medical care needed for the citizens.